All right, everyone, Toastman here, and yes, I am back with a big update for Phantasy Star II: Nye's Adventures, and this is a project where I am uh, completely remaking Phantasy Star II: Nye's Adventure from the ground up. This is a Japanese exclusive game, never released here in the United States, and I am remaking the recently translated one into English, but I am also adding a number of improvements. And as you can see from the menu on the right hand side of the screen, there are a couple new options. As you can see, there is tech for techniques, and also the state, which will give you a status screen. Item will encompass all of the inventory management aspects all into one menu item, and of course the move and the look from the previous game. So as you can see, I put in a lot of additional content since the last update. Basically, a good, I would say probably a good third of the game is all in here, and we've got everything that you can possibly look at in about 18 scenes that I have reconstructed here. Got some additional items that are in the status bar. Before it was just HP and AP, the hit points and the attack points, and now I've squeezed in there TP technique points so that you can also use techniques which were not available in the original game. And as you can see, navigation is working and working great. Able to move all around the respective playfield, no limitations, and fortunately the program is smart enough to realize that a directional movement with a null value will take you into some place unknown, so it will prevent you from actually going out of the map. That was an early little thing that I kind of pushed off and off and off, and eventually I was like, okay, no more of this. I gotta actually put some restrictions in. So I wrote the code for that. So everything's working really well, and it wasn't just a slam dunk right out of the box. I got a whole lot of progress done in a couple of days, and then I realized, I need to change how my data is formatted so that I can do more with it, because there were certain things that were either not quite possible or that would just be result in really bad code. And so I refactored my code once, twice, then 3 times. But by the fourth time that I was doing it, I realized I really needed to just bite the bullet and make it more object oriented, regardless of how painful it would be to do yet another remodeling of the data. So I went ahead and did that, made it more of a database type of design, normalized the data a bit, and I'm very happy with how it came out. It was a little troublesome at first, trying to get everything working in the new format, because I had like perfectly working code before, and all of a sudden all of it was breaking. I'm like, why did I do this? And I'm just kind of like pulling teeth for most of today, just trying to get it back to what it was. But what I realized is once I smoothed out the problems with that, everything just started working really well. I needed to add a couple more scenes to be able to show this playthrough, and there were no issues. Like, it was just boom, boom, boom. Development was rapid, and part of that was just knowing, where things needed to go, how to do it right the first time. Not trying to build a certain amount and then realize, I don't quite have this feature, so I need to go back and change the code. And there's none of that. Most of the functionality is now available in the game, so I was able to just put together those missing scenes rapid fire, and everything is working pretty good. A couple things that I don't have working yet. The inventory management for the item, that was a necessity. I needed to hold off on that because I had reformatted the data so many times. It was just like, it made no sense to add the functionality that was eventually going to break very severely, especially since part of the object-oriented nature of what I was working on was going to completely update how items were added to certain locations and subtracted and so on. So it made more sense to just like put that off, get the data where I wanted it to be, and simplify inventory management so that it would be more of a secretarial type of thing later than a major obstacle. And so I think that by cleaning up the code like I did, that the whole inventory management system is going to be much easier to just deal with right off the top. So that was put off for another day. The other thing, of course, the battles aren't working quite yet. Right now, as we're going through this playthrough of basically a third of the game, whenever I come across an enemy, I just automatically defeat it, and it just opens up another part of the game. So eventually, I'll add that in. Actually, the battle system is rather simple in Nice Adventure, and I've added more to make it more complicated. So I'm my own worst enemy in trying to recreate this in a better way. I really didn't like how it was just too easy to run away, total lack of techniques, the whole battle system where you basically just click on, like in the old format, you click on use and you select the item, and then you just select the monster. I really feel like it should take you into a totally separate battle menu, where you'd have the standard attack, defend, grab an item, or try to run, and the run would be a % of a chance, depending on how high the level, how high your level, your agility, which Nye has very good agility, obviously, and of course the level of the monster itself. So as we're making our way through the game, you can see that there's plenty of selectable options. Certain story triggers have been incorporated to perfection, syncing it up perfectly with the original Japanese game. I've also added some more requirements to make it a little more, I wouldn't say difficult, but you have to, in some cases, you have to earn opening another part of the area. You have to do a little bit more to do that. It's not a simple, fetch quest or something. There's a little. I tried to put a little more into it so that it made a little more sense as you're making your way through the game. So techniques are available. Nye in the original Phantasy Star II game only has a limited number of things that she really learns before she meets her demise, and she has a maximum level of 50, so there weren't really a whole lot of choices when it came to Nye's techniques. So she does have the Restore family, the RES. There are 3 of those now. The highest technique in that family, I believe, is Nares. She actually didn't get, because she died before, she probably would have gotten it. So I have added the ability to acquire that, but this is kind of a short adventure, so unless you wanted to grind quite a bit, you probably wouldn't ever see unlock that technique if you played for a couple of hours, or I think the game is from start to finish about an hour if you didn't know anything about the game. A lot less, obviously, if you know where you're going and everything. So the Nares, G-Res, and Res are all have been programmed into the game. They all work. Anti for poison also works. And when we started the game, she was actually poisoned, and that is going to be a feature of this version of the game, where you are, it only makes sense that Nye would have taken damage of some kind coming through the wilderness into Paseo. So I'm trying to give it a little more backstory, a little more depth, and I definitely want to extend the lines where I can, and so you'll see small improvements here and there. But this first phase of this project is just trying to recreate the original game and making sure that we can do everything that the Japanese game can do, but of course better in some aspects. And right now, for the controls, you'll see that I'm using the mouse for basically everything. There are some basic keyboard shortcuts, but what's been really programmed in is mostly mouse controls that makes navigation a lot better. And also you'll see like a lot of the, as you go in and out of the areas, text will repeat just a little bit too much. I do have the shortened descriptions where it's just the title of the location rather than repeating the entire description every single time. I have programmed that, but just for my own testing purposes, I went and left it on, so I would make sure that certain descriptions, as they changed, I would be able to see them very easily. So I do have that programmed, but that's just been turned off for the most part for this demo. And yeah, you can see there's in the traditional type of text adventures, you have to look at a certain thing multiple times, and you'll get more and more depth or answers. I've added a few more options here and there. Again, I've kept my updates to a minimum. I'm just trying to right now recreate the original, and then we'll extend it from there. And I really feel like the adventure really begins a bit earlier. I could see this starting in the wilderness, approaching Paseo, and encounters in the forests and stuff like that. So we're going to have more enemy encounters. This one doesn't have nearly enough, and you can see right here some of all of the spells, the spell family, including Ryoka, which allows you to teleport. So kind of cool having the ability to use the type of spells that you would find in Phantasy Star II in the actual text adventure. It's like finally it starts to feel like an actual Phantasy Star II game. And, aside from the theming, it really didn't feel like a real Phantasy Star II game. That's also why I wanted to throw the little data memory place here, and that'll be the location that you can teleport back to if you get like lost in the sewer. And we're gonna extend things. We're gonna make things a bit bigger, so that option will make more sense later. And also, you'll be able to save your game there. I wanted to give people the feel of the actual Sega Genesis game, and I think it's kind of fun that instead of just saving anywhere, go back to, okay, no, you actually have to reach the save point and then save it. So we're reaching the end here of the demo. This is basically, like I said, about a third of the game. This is all of West Paseo that you're seeing here, and the next part that I need to work on is East Paseo, which is significantly easier than what I've done, and then of course the actual sewers. So as you can see, lots working. You'll see right here that Ryoka is used, taking Nye back to her save point. But yeah, lots working. This is heading in a good direction, and I feel great about it. So like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all again later. Thank you.